Hi children, how are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine. Yes, in the previous classes we have seen about transformer. Are you clear with that? I hope you all have completed the assignment. Okay children, do the homeworks regularly. Okay. Right. And this is unit 4, electromagnetic induction and alternating current. Okay, the continuation of this unit is going on. Today we will finish this unit 4. In the next class we will start unit 5. Okay children, how are you doing? How are you studying? Are you studying well? Exams will be announced anytime. The schools will be reopened anytime. Okay, so be careful. Okay, study what things we are teaching. Okay, each and everything you study daily. Okay, derivation is very important in 12th standard. So you go through the derivations daily, each and every day. Derivations போட்டு பாருங்க. Okay வா? Derivation ஒரு வாட்டி எழுதுனா மனப்பாடம் ஆகாது. அந்த புரிஞ்சு எழுதுங்க. ஓகேவா? ஒரு 4 வாட்டி நீங்க டெரிவேஷனை செஞ்சு பார்த்துட்டீங்கன்னா that's enough. ஓகே, that's enough. தன்னால வந்துரும். ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணா போதும், எண்ட் நீங்களே பண்ணிடுவீங்க. சோ மனப்பாடம் பண்ணாதங்க, புரிஞ்சு படிங்க. ஓகே children? Okay, let's start this unit 4. Right. What is phasor diagram? Okay, what is a phasor diagram? First of all, I am going to tell you what is a phasor. Phasor na enna, phasor diagram na enna. Okay. Phasor அப்படினா that is a sinusoidal alternating voltage. Okay, sinusoidal அப்படினா sine waves. Okay, so sinusoidal alternating voltage. Okay, that can be represented by a vector. That can be represented by a vector, so which rotates about the origin. Okay, which rotates about the origin in anti-clockwise direction at a constant angular velocity omega. So such a rotating vector is called phasor. Okay, such a rotating vector is called phasor. Okay, do you understood? So a phasor is drawn in such a way. Okay, first of all, phasor எப்படி draw பண்றோம் அப்படினா, we have to draw the length of the line segment. Okay, draw the length of the line segment that is equals the peak value. That equals the peak value of the alternating voltage. Okay, and next its angular velocity omega. Its angular velocity omega, that is equal to the angular frequency of the alternating voltage. And the third one, the projection of phasor on any vertical, okay, axis, that gives the instantaneous value of the alternating voltage. Right? So the angle between the phasor and the axis of preference, that indicates the phase of the alternating voltage. Now the motion of phasors is introduced to analyze the phase relationship between voltage and current. So AC circuit la, okay, alternating current circuits la, okay va, the phasor எதுக்கு யூஸ் ஆகுது அப்படினா வோல்டேஜ்க்கும் கரண்ட்க்கும் உள்ள ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்பை கண்டுபிடிக்க. So voltage நம்ம V னு டினோட் பண்றோம், கரண்ட I னு டினோட் பண்றோம். So the relationship between voltage and current, so அத phasor மூலமா. So phasor அப்படினா phasor diagram வரைஞ்சு நம்ம வந்து என்ன பண்ணலாம், ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணலாம். So phasor diagram னா என்ன அப்படினா, the diagram which shows the various phasors and their phase relations. Okay, phasor diagram na enna, the diagram which shows various phases and their phase relations, that is called the phasor diagram. So you consider a sinusoidal alternating voltage. Okay, that is V equal to Vm sin omega t, that is applied to a circuit. So this voltage can be represented by a phasor, namely OA. Okay, as you are seeing in the picture, this is the phasor diagram. வோல்டேஜுக்கும் கரண்ட்டுக்கும் உள்ள ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்பை, ஓகேவா, ஆங்கிள் வைஸா டினோட் பண்றதுதான் phasor diagram. சரி, இது எங்க யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க? அப்போ எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி ஃபீல்ட்லலாம் இந்த டயக்ராம் வச்சுதான் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, கனெக்ஷன்ஸ் கொடுப்பாங்க. சோ வோல்டேஜ் எவ்வளோ போயிருக்கு, கரண்ட் எவ்வளோ போயிருக்கு அப்படிங்கறத டினோட் பண்றதுக்கு பெரிய எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் ஃபீல்ட்ஸ்லாம் இந்த phasor diagram வச்சுதான் டினோட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஓகேவா? சோ phasor diagramக்குன்னு ஒரு ஃபார்முலா இருக்கு. ஓகே, that is V, that is small v equal to capital Vm sin omega t. Do you understood? So that is the phasor diagram. That is the phasor diagram. Okay. Next, what is AC circuit containing pure resistor? Okay. What is AC circuit containing pure resistor? ஒரு சர்க்யூட் எடுத்துக்கோங்க, அதுல ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. ஓகேவா? டயக்ராம்ல பாக்கீங்களா, ரெசிஸ்டர் தான் அந்த சிம்பிள். ஓகே, சிம்பிள்ஸ்லாம் ஏற்கனவே நீங்க படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. சோ ஒரு பியூர் ரெசிஸ்டர் நம்ம என்னலாம் பார்க்க போறோம், இண்டிகேட்டர். ஓகே, AC சர்க்யூட்ல ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் கனெக்ட் ஆனா என்ன, AC சர்க்யூட்ல இண்டிகேட்டர் கனெக்ட் ஆனா என்ன, and capacitor. Okay, inductor. So resistor, inductor and capacitor இது மூணுமே சேர்ந்து கனெக்ட் பண்ணா அதோட ரிலேஷன் என்ன அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். So first of all, let us take an alternating source of EMF, okay, that is connected across a resistor of resistance R. Now the instantaneous value of the applied EMF is small e equal to E naught sin omega t. Okay, so if 1 is the current, okay, sorry, I is the current, so that is flowing through the circuit at the instant t. T instant அப்படிங்கிறது டைம் denote பண்ணுது. ஓகேவா, கரண்ட் வந்து I ன்னு எடுத்துக்கறாங்க, ஒரு certain amount of current ஒரு சர்க்யூட் குள்ள பாஸ் ஆகுது. ஓகேவா, அந்த சர்க்யூட் டயகிராம் வரைஞ்சிருக்கா, ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்கு, ஒரு சர்க்யூட் இருக்கு. சோ அந்த சர்க்யூட்ல கரண்ட் என்ன ஆகுது, பாஸ் ஆகுது. ஓகேவா, அதோட டைம் வந்து t ன்னு எடுத்துக்கறாங்க. இப்போ இதோட பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிராப் அக்ராஸ் R. So potential drop என்ன அப்படின்னா that is small e equal to I into R. ஓகேவா, R அப்படிங்கிறது ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ், I அப்படிங்கிறது கரண்ட், E அப்படிங்கிறது potential drop. ஓகேவா, do you understand? So potential drop must be equal to the applied EMF. So hence IR that is equal to EMF value என்னது, small e தான் EMF value. So E equal to E naught sin omega t. So EMF value என்னது, E naught sin omega t. அப்போ நமக்கு என்ன ரிலேஷன் கிடைச்சிருக்கு, small e equal to IR னு ஒரு ரிலேஷன் இருக்கு, small e equal to E naught sin omega t னு ஒரு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் இருக்கு. சோ இது ரெண்டையும் நம்ம ஈக்குவேட் பண்ணலாமா, so IR equal to E naught sin omega t நமக்கு கிடைக்குது. So small I that is equal to E naught by R sin omega t. Small I equal to I naught sin omega t, where I naught is equal to E naught by R. So that is the peak value of AC in the circuit. That is the peak value of AC in the circuit. Okay. So equation 2 gives the instantaneous value of current in the circuit that is containing R. So from the expressions of voltage and current that is given by the equations 1 and 2. Okay. It is evident that in a resistive circuit, applied voltage and the current are in the phase with each other. So diagram பக்கத்துல ஒரு diagram வரைஞ்சிருக்காங்களா, அதுதான் phase diagram. ஓகேவா, so phase diagram வந்து கரண்ட்டையும் நமக்கு கிடைச்சிருக்க கூடிய EMF வேல்யூவையும் டிரா பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. ஓகேவா, so இதுதான் அதோட ரிலேஷன். Okay, so we are considering a circuit that is containing a pure resistor of resistance R that is connected across an alternating voltage. Now the instantaneous value of the alternating voltage is given by V equal to Vm sin omega t. Now the alternating current I that is flowing in the circuit due to this voltage develops V equal to IR. அப்படிதானே, V equal to IR அப்படிங்கிறது Ohm's law. So we are applying Ohm's law here. Then finally we will get V by R equal to I. So I equal to V by R. இதுதான் Ohm's law. அதை வந்து small a மட்டும் நம்ம சேர்த்துக்கணும். That's all. So next phase diagram வரையணும். phase diagram எப்படி வரையறோம், phasor diagramமும் wave diagramமும் வரையறோம். So phasor diagram எப்படி இருக்கும், it is the relationship between voltage and current. So voltageக்கும் currentக்கும் இருக்க relationship வச்சு phasor diagram வரையணும். ஓகேவா, wave diagram எப்படி வரையறோம், அந்த ஃபார்முலா இருக்குல்ல, that is V equal to, okay, that is V equal to Vm sin omega t. அதுதான் E equal to E naught sin omega t இருக்குல்ல, அதுதான். So அதை வச்சுதான் waveform diagram நம்ம draw பண்றோம். Next, that is the AC circuit containing only an inductor. So resistor வச்சு பார்த்தா நமக்கு என்ன ரிலேஷன், inductor வச்சு பார்த்தா என்ன ரிலேஷன் அப்படி நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். So you consider a circuit. Okay, consider a circuit that is containing a pure inductor of inductance L. Okay, that is connected across an alternating voltage source. Okay, so now the instantaneous value of the alternating voltage is given by, okay, that is V equal to Vm sin omega t. Okay, so that back EMF E is equal to minus L into di by dt. Okay, so ஃபைனலா நமக்கு இன்டகிரேட் பண்ணி நமக்கு கிடைக்கக்கூடிய அந்த வேல்யூ என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா, தட் இஸ் I equal to Im sin omega t minus 90 degree. that is the inductor connection. Okay, so inductive resistance அப்படினு எடுத்துட்டோம்னா inductive reactance அப்படினா that is the peak value of the current that is given by Im equal to Vm by omega L. So that is Im equal to Vm by R that form the resistive circuit. The quantity omega L plays the same role as the resistance in resistive circuit. So this is the resistance that is offered by the inductor, that is called the inductive reactance. Okay, that is measured in ohm. That is measured in ohm. Okay, an inductor. Okay, inductor வந்து AC block பண்ணுது, but it allows the DC. Okay, inductor வந்து alternative current block பண்ணும், but direct current இது allow பண்ணுது. So why அப்படினு பார்த்தோம்னா the inductor வந்து நம்ம L அப்படினு denote பண்றோம். So the inductor L is a closely wound helical coil. Inductor அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு closely wound helical coil. ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் பார்த்தோம்னா அது குட்டி குட்டி மவுண்டன்ஸ் மாதிரி இருக்கும், ஆனா இண்டக்டர் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு காயில் மாதிரி இருக்கும், ஒரு ஸ்ப்ரிங் காயில் பாத்திருக்கீங்களா அது மாதிரி இருக்கும். So the inductor is a closely wound helical coil. The steady DC current that is flowing through L produces uniform magnetic field around it. Okay, and the magnetic flux that linked remains constant. So therefore there is no self induction and the self-induced EMF, okay, ரெண்டுமே அங்க இருக்காது. So the inductor behaves like a resistor. So அந்த இடத்துல inductor வந்து ரெசிஸ்டரா பிஹேவ் பண்ணுது. So DC, the direct current flows through the inductor. So now the AC, that is flowing through the current that L produces time varying magnetic field, so which in turn induces the self-induced EMF. So this is the back EMF. So according to the Lenz's law, okay, opposes any change in the current. So since AC varies both in magnitude and direction, so its flow is opposed in L. So for an ideal inductor of 0 ohmic resistance, the back EMF is equal and opposite to the applied EMF. Therefore the L blocks AC. L blocks the AC. Next, the AC circuit that is containing only capacitor. So previously பார்த்தோம் inductor which பார்த்தோம், resistor which பார்த்தோம், இப்போ பார்த்தா capacitor. So consider a circuit. Okay, you consider a circuit that is containing a capacitor of capacitance C that is connected across an alternating voltage source. So the instantaneous value of the alternating voltage is given by V equal to Vm sin omega t. So let us take a capacitance. Capacitance பாத்திருக்கீங்களா? அது வந்து it's like a equal to symbol. Okay வா? capacitor வந்து ஒரு equal to symbol நேருக்கு வச்சா எப்படி இருக்கும், அதுதான் capacitor ஓட symbol. So இப்போ first resistor connect பண்ணிருந்து, next inductor, இப்போ வந்து capacitor. Okay, that is equal to symbol மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். So அதுல capacitorக்கு நம்ம என்ன பார்த்திருக்கோம், EMF Q by C. capacitor அப்படினாலே Q by C. So according to Kirchhoff's law apply பண்றாங்க, current law apply பண்றோம், apply பண்ணி நமக்கு வந்து ஒரு ரிலேஷன் கிடைக்குது. என்ன ரிலேஷன் அப்படின்னா, இண்டக்டர்ல என்ன ரிலேஷன் கிடைச்சு, I equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2 கிடைச்சதா, இங்க plus pi by 2. That's all. That is the difference. Okay, so அதுக்கு நம்ம என்ன வரைய போறோம், இப்போ அந்த ஃபார்முலாக்கு பேஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம், Vm sin omega t, Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. So plus 90 degree. So diagram வந்து கொஞ்சம் change ஆகுது. Diagram அப்படியே change ஆகுது. Okay வா? So this is the first one is the phasor diagram. Next one is the waveform diagram. Okay, you understood? Now, இப்போ என்ன பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா, மூணையுமே ஒண்ணா வச்சிருக்கோம். பாருங்க, பேட்டரி கனெக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோமா, ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்கு, that is VR. ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் R ஓட வோல்டேஜ் வந்து VR. நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து இண்டக்டன்ஸ், அதுதான் என்னது, காயில், சர்க்குலர் காயில். நெக்ஸ்ட் கெபாசிட்டன்ஸ், நான் சொன்னேன்னா ஈக்குவல் டு சிம்பிள் மாதிரி. சோ இதுதான் கெபாசிட்டன்ஸ். இப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்ம வந்து ரெசிஸ்டர் தனியா பார்த்தோம், இண்டக்டர் அப்புறம் கெபாசிட்டர். நவ திஸ் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ், கெபாசிட்டன்ஸ் and inductor both are connected in series in a single circuit. So அப்படி இருக்கும்போது அதோட phase diagram என்ன, so மூணு phase diagramமையும் combine பண்ணி வரைஞ்சிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா we will get the phasor diagram. Okay, so consider a circuit. Okay, see the diagram. You consider a circuit that is containing a resistor of resistance R, inductor of inductance L, capacitor of capacitance C. Okay, that is connected across an alternating voltage source. Okay, now the instantaneous value of the alternating voltage is given by, so let I be the resulting current in the circuit at that instant. So as a result, the voltage is developed across RLC. So we know that voltage across R is in phase with I. So voltage across L, that leads I by pi by 2. Okay. So the formula V equal to Vm sin omega t. Omega t. So draw the diagram based upon the phasor diagram. You take the triangles. Okay. இங்க இருந்து ரெண்டு ட்ரையாங்கிள்ஸ் எடுக்கலாமா? இட்ஸ் லைக் a parallelogram. So ரெண்டு ட்ரையாங்கிள்ஸ் எடுத்து நமக்கு ஃபைனலா நம்ம அப்ளை பண்றோம். இந்த அப்ளை பித்தகோரஸ் தியரம் அப்ளை பண்றோம். v square equal to vr square plus bracket open vl minus vcd whole square. அப்ப ஸ்கொயர் பிராக்கெட் அப்ளை பண்ணி ஃபர்தரா நமக்கு z வேல்யூ கிடைக்குது. சோ z அப்படிங்கிறது impedance of the circuit. Z is called the impedance of the circuit. Okay, that is connected RLC circuit. RLC அப்படினா resistance, inductor, capacitance. Okay, inductance ஓட symbol வந்து L, resistance வந்து R, capacitor க்கு as usual C. So RLC circuit series அப்படினு கேட்டா இந்த டயகிராம் வரைஞ்சு okay அதோட derivations எழுதி இந்த டயகிராம் phasor diagram நீங்க draw பண்ணனும். Okay, so some special cases are there. Okay, so finally tan pi is equal to okay நமக்கு formula என்னது Vm sin omega t Im sin omega t. Okay வா? So special cases apply பண்ணும்போது sin omega t minus pi plus pi அல்லது sin omega t மூணு கேसेसல நம்ம அப்ளை பண்றோம். tan pi is equal to xl minus xc by r. Okay. Next, resonance in series RLC circuit. Okay, so resonance பார்க்க போறோம். So have you know about RMS value? So RMS value is also defined as the value of a steady current. Okay, or steady current oda value which is when flowing through a circuit for a given time. Okay, that produces the same amount of heat as produced by the alternating current when flowing through the same circuit for the same time. Same circuit for the same time. Okay, you understood? So when the frequency of the applied alternating source is equal to the natural frequency 1 by root LC. 1 by root LC. Okay, so the current in the circuit reaches its maximum value. So then the circuit is called the electrical resonance. Okay, so the frequency at which resonance takes place, that is called the resonant frequency. The frequency at which resonance takes place is called resonant frequency. Next, quality factor. Okay, what is the quality factor? So the current in the series, okay, RLC circuit. So the RLC circuit எங்கெல்லாம் apply ஆகுது? Filter circuit, oscillators, voltage multipliers, etc. So the important use of this RLC resonance circuit என்ன அப்படின்னா tuning. Okay, tuning the circuits of radio and TV system. So radio and TV system la tuning circuit in the series use ஆகுது. So the signals, okay, from many broadcasting stations at different frequencies are available in the air. So to receive the signal of a particular station, tuning is done. So ஒரு signal receive பண்ணனும்னா we need a particular station. For that tuning is done. So the tuning is commonly achieved by varying the capacitance. Tuning எப்படி பண்றாங்க? Capacitance vary பண்ண மூலமா பண்றாங்க. Of a parallel plate variable capacitance of a parallel plate variable capacitor. So thereby changing the resonant frequency of the circuit. So when the resonant frequency is nearly equal to the frequency of the signal of the particular station. So the amplitude of the current in the circuit is maximum. So thus the signal of that station is alone received. Okay, understood? So the phenomenon of electrical resonance is possible. So electrical resonance எப்போ possible அப்படின்னா when the circuit contain both the inductance and capacitance. So only when the voltage, okay, voltage across the inductance and capacitor cancel one another. Okay, then the voltage and the capacitor are 180 degree out of phase and the circuit becomes purely resistive. So this implies that resonance will not occur in RL and RC circuit. Okay, you understood? So for that quality factor is used. So quality factor is defined as the ratio of voltage across the inductance or capacitance to the applied voltage. So Q factor is equal to voltage across L or C at resonance by applied voltage. Okay, so the current in the series RLC circuit becomes maximum at resonance. So due to the increase in current, the voltage across L and C are also increased. So this magnification of voltage at series resonance is termed as Q factor. So at resonance, the circuit is purely resistive. So therefore, the applied voltage is equal to the voltage across R. Okay, so the physical meaning is that Q factor indicates the number of times the voltage across L or C. Okay, that is greater than the applied voltage at resistance. Okay, do you understand? So this is the quality factor. So quality factor is equal to XL by R. XL by R. Okay, so Q factor is equal to omega R into L by R, because XL is equal to omega R into L. Okay, so next step now, L by R, omega R is equal to 1 by root LC. Omega R equal to 1 by root LC. So that apply பண்றாங்க. Okay va? So XL equal to என்ன value? Omega R into L. that apply பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Next, omega R oda value 1 by root LC that apply பண்ணிருக்காங்க. So 1 by R root of L by C. That's all. This is the quality factor. Next, the power in AC circuit. Okay, power in AC circuit. Okay, so power of a circuit. Okay, power of a circuit is defined as the rate of consumption of electrical energy in that circuit. Okay, power of a circuit is defined as the rate of consumption of electric energy in that circuit. So it is given by the product of the voltage and current. It is given by the product of voltage and current. So in an AC circuit, the voltage and current vary continuously with time. So let us first calculate the power at an instant, and then it is averaged over a complete cycle. So the alternating voltage and alternating current in the series, okay, that is inductive RLC circuit at instant, that is given by V equal to Vm sin omega t, I equal to Im sin omega t plus phi. So where phi is the phase angle, phi is the phase angle between V and I. So the instantaneous power is then written as P equal to V into I. P equal to V into I. Okay. Next, wattless current. Okay. So what is a wattless current? So consider an AC circuit in which there is a phase angle. Okay. See the diagram. Phase angle between VRMS and IRMS. Okay. And the voltage is assumed to be the leading current as shown in the phasor diagram pi. So now IRMS is resolved into two perpendicular components, namely IRMS cos phi along VRMS and IRMS sin phi, that is perpendicular to VRMS. Okay, that is perpendicular to each other. Okay, IV perpendicular to IV sin theta and EV. Okay, so the component of the current that is in the phase with the voltage is called the active component. There is another component, okay, with the voltage, that is called the reactive component. So the current in an AC circuit is said to be a wattless current. So if the power consumed by it is 0, the current in an AC circuit is said to be wattless current. So wattless current na enna? Current in the AC circuit. AC circuit la irukkudiya current da wattless current. If the power consumed vandu 0, power consumption 0 irukku appadina wattless current. So this wattless current occurs in a purely inductive or capacitive circuit. So pure induction ah irukanum alladhu pure capacitance adla irukanum. Resistance irundala and the wattless current செயல்படாது. Next, power factor. Okay, power factor is defined as the resistance by impedance. Power factor is defined as the cosine of the angle of lead or lag. Power factor is also defined as true power divided by the apparent power. So power factor, three formulas irukku, you go through it. Okay, next we are going to see about the advantages and the disadvantages of AC over the DC. So advantages பார்த்தோம் அப்படினா, the generation of AC is cheaper. Okay, generation of AC is cheaper than DC. அப்போ AC generate பண்றது நமக்கு rate கம்மி. But when AC is applied at higher voltage, the transmission losses are small, that is compared to the DC transmission. So AC can easily be converted into DC with the help of the rectifiers. Okay, when AC is alternating current is applied at a high voltage, okay, the transmission losses are small. Transmission loss வந்து கம்மியா இருக்குது, ஆனா DC ல transmission loss அதிகமா இருக்கு. So this AC can be easily converted into DC with the help of the rectifiers. Next, the disadvantages. So the alternating voltage cannot be used for certain applications such as charging of batteries, electroplating, electric traction, etc. Okay. that is cannot be used for charging of batteries, electroplating, electric traction, etc. And a further disadvantage is that at high voltage it is more dangerous to work with AC than DC. It is more dangerous to work with AC than DC. Do you understand? So these are the advantages and disadvantages of AC and DC drives. Okay. Next, the oscillation. Okay, oscillation in LC circuit. Okay, oscillation in LC circuit. So we have learned, okay, that energy can be stored in both inductors and capacitors. So in inductors, the energy is stored in the form of magnetic field, while in capacitors it is stored as the electric field. So whenever energy is given to a circuit that is containing a pure inductor of inductance L and a capacitor of capacitance C. So the energy oscillates back and forth between the magnetic field of the inductor and the electric field of the capacitor. So thus the electrical oscillations of definite frequency are generated. So these oscillations are called LC oscillations. These oscillations are called LC oscillations. So further, the generation of LC oscillations, okay. See the diagram. So when a circuit is comprised only of inductor and capacitor, here resistance is not present. So in the circuit, inductance capacitor mattum irukum. So even though the charge in the capacitor is zero, capacitor charge zero irundhalum, the current will continue to flow in the same direction because inductor will not allow it to stop. So capacitance work avlana, inductance work agudhu. So in the circuit la resistance ku vela illa. So the current is made to flow with a decreasing magnitude by collapsing magnetic field of the inductor. So as a result of this, the capacitor begins to charge in the opposite direction. So a part of energy is transferred from the inductor back to the capacitor. Okay, so the total energy is the sum of the electrical and magnetic energy. So when the current in the circuit reduces to zero, capacitor becomes fully charged in the opposite direction. So the energy stored in the capacitor becomes maximum. So since the current is zero, the energy stored in the inductance is zero. So the total energy is wholly electrical. So the state of the circuit is similar to the initial state, but the difference is that the capacitor is charged in opposite direction. So the capacitor then starts to discharge to the inductor with anti-clockwise current. The total energy is the sum of the electrical and magnetic energies. Okay. Next, conservation of energy in oscillation. So during the LC oscillation in LC circuit, okay, the energy of the system that oscillates between the electric field of the capacitor and the magnetic field of the inductor. So although there are two forms of energy that varies with time, so the total energy remains constant. Okay, two types of energy irukku. So UE and UB. அப்போ ரெண்டே என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? ஆட் பண்ண போறோம். சரியா? இதுல வந்து உங்களுக்கு UC and UL அப்படினு டினோட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So U equal to UC plus UL. So that is equal to UC half Q square by 2C. Q square by 2C plus half Li square. Now we have to, you know that the differentiation du by dt equal to 0. So now differentiate பண்ணுங்க d by dt open the bracket q square by 2c plus li square by 2. இப்போ அத நீங்க differentiate பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஃபர்தரா கிடைக்கக்கூடியது 3 கேसेஸ்ல சப்டிவைட் ஆகுது. So first கேसेஸ்ல I equal to 0. Second கேஸ்ல current is equal to I. Third caseல charge வந்து Q, current வந்து I அப்படின்னு எடுக்கறாங்க. So finally you got U equal to Q square cos square omega t by 2C plus I omega square Q square sin square omega t by 2. So further U equal to Q square by 2C. Q square by 2C, that is the final conservation. So from above the three cases, it is clear that the total energy remains constant. Next, the analogies, okay, between the electrical and mechanical quantities. Okay va? So mechanical system la நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம் அப்படினா displacement னு சொல்வோம். Electrical system la அத charge னு சொல்வோம், that is denoted by Q. Next, mechanical system la velocity னு சொல்வோம், dx by dt. Current அப்படினு பார்த்தோம்னா that is dq by dt. dq by dt na charge, difference of the charge with respect to the time. அந்த velocityங்கிறது difference of the system by the time. Next the inductance வந்து L. இங்க வந்து mass னு denote பண்றோம், that is N. Next reciprocal of capacitance, that is 1 by C. Here the force constant is K. Next the electrical energy half 1 by C the Q square, அங்க potential energy half K into the X square. Next the magnetic energy half Li square, kinetic energy half mv square. Okay, somewhat differences தான் இருக்கும். The relations மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் change ஆகும், but the formulas are moreover similar. Okay, so electromagnetic energy வந்து half 1 by C Q square by 2C. Next Li square by 2. அதேதான் mechanical energy kx square by 2 plus half mv square. So these are having the analogies. These are the similarities between the electrical and mechanical quantities. Next, energy in two oscillatory systems. So first LC oscillator, next spring mass system பார்த்தோம்னா first element capacitor எடுத்துக்கிறோம், அங்க electrical energy வந்து Q square by 2C. element spring எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம்னா potential energy half kx square, mg square by 2 னு சொல்லுவோம், kx square அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். Next inductor magnetic energy, okay, that is Li square by 2. Okay, kinetic energy தான் அத represent பண்ணுது, that is mv square by 2. Okay, understood? So these are about the energy in the two oscillation system. That's all. The unit 4 is completed. And your homework is write one verse from the topics which I have taught you and the book back short answer questions. Okay, study well and make it as assignment. Book back questions, study well and make it as assignment. Short answer questions. Okay, okay children, long answer questions mark பண்ணி படிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிடுங்க. Okay, don't waste a single time. Long answer questions okay, you studied, but உங்களுக்கு assignment வந்து short answer questions மட்டும் தான் கொடுத்திருக்கேன். Okay, all the best children, study well, don't waste a single time. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.